ardent anti-Marxists, Arendt analyzing alienation, American-aligned academics advising, assertively advancing authoritarian alternatives, adaptively arranging aristocratic advantages, administratively altering alliance architectures, bellicose Burnham believing bureaucracy breeds bondage, breaking Bolshevik believers boldly, binding bourgeois benefits, building bilateral battlements, beckoning Bush's Baroque barbarities, bestowing benevolent bombardments, commentaries, crusaders converting city college communists, changing course completely, containing communist consensus carefully, cultivating conservative constituencies, catalyzing capitalist celebrations, constructing civilizational clashes, democratic hawks defending deterrence, defense departments deadly doctrine developing, deliberately deploying divisive demonstrations, destabilizing dangerous dictatorships, delivering democratic developments, decisively directing diplomatic devastation, elitist immigrants energetically endorsing Enlightenment's expansionist ethos, eagerly embracing empire's extension, efficiently eliminating enemies, establishing extraordinary exceptions, effectively executing expeditionary endeavors everywhere, Fukuyama forecasting finality, forward-focused foreign policy foundations forming, faithfully following freedom's frontiers, facilitating forceful framework formation, ferociously fighting failed states, fundamentally furthering federal fortifications, Goldwater's groundwork gathering, genocidal governments getting gutted gracefully, generating global governance gradually, galvanizing governmental guardianship, guaranteeing geopolitical greatness, gratuitously granting gunboat guidance, hierarchical Huntington hypothesizing, hawkish Hayek helpers heightening hegemony, habitually highlighting humanitarian hostilities, harvesting historical hindsight, honoring heroic hardliners, heavily handcuffing hostile harbingers, Irving's influential intellectuals infiltrating interventionist ideals, implementing immediately, intentionally igniting international incidents, inaugurating imperial installations, intensively investigating insurgencies, invariably instituting invasive initiatives. Moynihan mobilizing militants, messianic military missions, manifesting mightily, methodically manufacturing moral mandates, masterfully managing media manipulations, mindfully maintaining military marketplaces, massively multiplying militant movements, neoconservative Norman Podhoretz navigating nationalist news networks nimbly, notably narrating necessary negotiations naturally, neutralizing nefarious neighbors, necessarily nurturing nuclear negotiations, newly normalizing nationalistic narratives, Operation Iraqi freedom orchestrating, overthrowing obvious opponents, obsessively, optimistically organizing operational objectives, opportunistically obtaining oil operations, officially ordering organizational overhauls, obstinately opposing oppositional offerings, Perla persistently pushing Pentagon, practicing preemptive policy planning, purposefully powerfully projecting presidential preferences, particularly promoting practicalization principles, pragmatically pursuing petroleum prospects, professionally perpetuating profitable partnerships, questioning quiet quarters, quelling questionable plot discourse, quickly quantifiably quadrupling quadrilateral quorums, courting questionable qualifications, quixotically quashing quizzing quarters, quintessentially quickening quotidian factories. Reagan receiving robust recommendations, readily routing Russian rivals rapidly, reasonably realigning regional relationships, regularly reinforcing realpolitik reasoning, resourcefully restructuring regulatory requirements, radically redefining Republican realities, Scoop Jackson supporting Straussians, strategically structuring society systematically, steadfastly sustaining security situations, specifically sanctioning socialist states, successfully sponsoring surveillance systems, systematically steering sovereign selections. Trotskyist trajectories transforming, traditionalist thoughts taking territories tactically, thoroughly testing theoretical traditions, technically tracking terrorist tendencies, triumphantly transferring tactical analogies, tendentiously thinking theological tenets. Undermining UN's unity, undertaking unilateral utilitarian ultimatums unknowingly, unequivocally upholding unipolar undertakings, universally unleashing urban upheavals, unusually unifying unlikely unions, unabashedly undoing underground uprisings. Vanquishing Viet Cong voluntarily, validating virtuous victory values vigorously, vigilantly viewing various vulnerabilities, vehemently voicing vindictive verdicts, variously verifying volatile ventures, virtuously violating vestigial validations. Wolfowitz warning world watchers, wielding widespread warfare wisely, worldwide willfully weathering wishful wonderings, warily welcoming wartime wanderings, wantonly weakening wavering warriors, wondrously working warrior-like wonders. Like wonders. Xenophobic ex-com experts executing extensive expatriation, examining external existential excess, expeditiously excluding exiled extremists, exhaustively expanding executive exemptions, exercising exceptional extrajudicial extensions. Young Yale Yankees yearly yielding Yenon's yearnings. Yesterday's Yugoslav yoked Yemeni youth yelling wig socks, youthful yearnings yielding Yom Kippur's yesteryear, yielding year-long yield. Zionist zealot zealously zoning defense zones, Zachary Zachheim zealously zapping zigzagging zones, zealously zapped, zealously zeroing zoo biter zones, zestfully zoom in.